Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tracy A and I'm a med school student, second year actually. And today we're going to be planning my phase 2 of my step 1 schedule. So for the most part, phase 2 is not dedicated time, it's like integrated module time, so I'm not going to be going to all of the classes. I do have some mandatory, but not all of them are mandatory. So today we're just going to be writing out the schedule for the week, particularly this week, the second week of phase 2. And yeah, let's get started. For the most part, every single day I'm going to have an 8 to 9 a.m. block just for doing mixed questions. So a block is basically 40 questions in like UWorld or Kaplan or whatever question bank you're using, and it's just mixed out of all of the questions in their bank basically, so it's not focused to any particular subject. I wanted to just kind of train my brain to wake up earlier and just be able to do questions, because step 1 is a very long test. It's actually an 8-hour test with 7 blocks of 7 different sets of mixed questions. So that's what we're going to be doing. On a typical day, after my 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. mixed block, I'll actually be reviewing the block, and I'll just be reading through the UWorld answer explanations. I'm not going to be going through first aid or anything, and I'm kind of trying to stay away from going through first aid and just like spending hours upon hours upon hours reviewing. I just want to get the basic material that I need to understand with each answer choice or each question and move on. It's kind of hard to do that sometimes, especially when you don't feel like you know enough, but that's why you could just jot it down what you need to focus on to go back to it. I give myself about 30 minutes of a gap just in case I need a little bit more time to review my first block of the morning. And then I move on to DIT, which is Doctors in Training. It's basically a comprehensive kind of like lecture-based video on everything in first aid, or the most highest of yield in first aid, which is pretty good for me because that's legit what I need. I can't be looking at all this extra information, even though I might need it. After that, from 12 to 1, I have lunch because I basically had to wake up at 6:30 to be ready to start doing questions at 8 a.m. After my hour lunch, I'm back in the game with some DIT videos for about an hour and a half. Then depending on whether or not I have Zumba or not, I'll either take a break and then do Zumba, or I'll just keep doing DIT until around like 6:30. And that's when I'll be doing the focus block. So a focus block is basically when you're doing questions based on the material that you learned through the day. So if I was reading, let's say, micro and immuno, then my questions would be only related to micro and immuno. And I've been trying to get to that point where I could do focus blocks at the end of the day, but you know, it's a lot harder, or it's taking me a lot longer to get through DIT than I thought, especially going through biochem. I haven't done that in like 3 years, 2 years, 3 years, 2.5 years basically. So it's taking me a while to kind of jog my memory. So it's a lot of work and it's a lot of sitting. But if you do take mini breaks in between and take little naps like I do, you'll definitely be in tip-top shape for step 1. Well, I'm hoping, because I haven't taken it, obviously. So I basically just filled in the rest of the week according to whatever I had on my schedule that I had to do. All my mandatory classes I kind of highlighted. And yeah, basically everything is kind of the same, just shuffled around. But at the end of the day, I usually end by like 10:30, because that's when my brain cells are just like, nah, we can't do this anymore. But yeah. So for the weekend, this is where it kind of gets a little bit harder. I'm going to try to have a 1.5 days off break, just so that I can rejuvenate and get myself back to normal instead of just sitting hunched over a desk with scoliosis, because it hurts. I'm going to try to maintain a Saturday block, so that means a mixed block and a review block on Saturdays at 8 a.m. and on Sundays I'll have it closer to the end of the day, just because I have church and I want to be with my family for a bit, and I just want to be human before I actually go into real hiding. This Saturday we're actually going to be filming some videos with my friends, and I'm also going to try to get some DIT videos down, but for the most part it's a pretty lax weekend. I'm trying to go really hard during the week, and the weekend I can like kind of take it easy but still get some stuff done. now for those DIT videos. So basically DIT, as I said before, is more of like an instructional video, kind of like a lecture base where they're giving you the highest yield, but also bringing back all this information that you haven't heard in months or years, depending on when you last studied the material. So for this week, I want to focus on just kind of like the basics or the beginning portion before like systems. So that's all the immuno, microbiology, biochemistry, pharmacology, general path, foundation, biostats, all that stuff. I kind of just want to get out the way now. So I'm going to use my handy dandy, what is this thing called? Planner. I always forget. I'm going to use my planner and just kind of plug in all the things that I said I want to get done. So DIT, they kind of like list the videos like A, B, C, D order. So I'm just going to go ahead and write all of them out. So A through whatever video length that they have. And then along like with every single day, I'm going to like cross out which ones I've done so I can just keep track of what I've done and what I need to do. And yeah, that's basically it for the schedule. Goal for this week is actually to do some Anki decks. So Anki decks is for like spatial recognition or just like increasing your memory. So it's basically doing cards or flashcards over and over and over again. So I'm putting these smiley faces by each day, and if I actually accomplish these Anki decks, then I will fill in these little smiley faces just so I can kind of keep track of how many I'm doing and if I'm doing them at all. I wish I kind of incorporated them to my schedule in the past, but you know, I guess late is better than never. Yeah, so after decorating my schedule a bit and just, you know, kind of making it look easy to follow with the eyes, yeah, we're basically done. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's kind of basic, but this is what I need to do to kind of keep myself on track. I am a checklist type of girl, so I will be crossing things off the list as I get them done. If you guys are scheduled individuals or you guys are checklist people, let me know down below because I want to know I'm not alone in this, okay? Shout out to Madupe for helping me make this schedule. She's definitely been my mentor for the last year or so. Love you, girl. Love you guys. See you later and have a blessed week. Ciao.